Hey, what's up guys, this is the Hikaru channel. Today I'm bringing you a demo review of one of my friend's gameplays. He's silver, I don't know what it is that silver 5? I haven't been there in so long, so I don't really know the rank, number, name, whatever. But so he sent me this demo. We met like a month ago or something. He watched my spray video, I think, and we started talking and we're really liking each other. Like, he's a pretty cool guy. And so he sent me a demo. And I'm not a very good player at Counter-Strike. Like, my mind isn't there. I think I have good mechanics, but I'm not the smartest player because I think I just focus on aim too much. But I'm gonna try to help this guy out. And if you guys have anything that you notice in the comments that he needs to work on, let me know too, because that'll help me too. And I'm looking at this demo, and if I don't see anything that he obviously needs to work on, and you guys see it, that can like open up my perspective and make it better. Like, there's so many times where I see something, I read something, and I see just what... I don't see all of it. I see like 50%, and then someone else says, oh, hey, no, he's probably doing that because he's angry or emotional right now. And it just really helps when you see things from two different perspectives than just yourself. So, like, in Black Ops 2, I had someone review my demos or my theater mode gameplays, and it really helped out widen my brain and me become a smarter player. Sometimes... brains, it doesn't come by you just playing the game. It comes from you thinking and trying to, like, why is this a good play, why is that a bad play? So enough talk. We're gonna play this demo and see what he does wrong instantly. Just kidding. Yeah, this is cheese and silver 5 or silver elite, whatever. So it's the first round. Why don't I have volume? Oh, alright. So I'm just going to show his stuff. He did some strats. Let's see what he does. So they got a smoke.
That's a negative.
I think they're going to try to go B.
Deploying flashbang.
There goes his teammate. NT. That was pretty good. I'm gonna pause it. I just want to point something out. I don't know if it's because of the demo. This is a 64-tick demo, so the game's not actually gonna place your crosshair where it needs to be. So when you come out here, you saw how your crosshair was kind of high. You're aiming above the market window. You're aiming too high. You gotta just have your crosshair exactly where they might peek you. And I usually look cat, but I'm not listening to your teammates. I can't hear your teammates, so they probably said, oh, nothing cat, or cat's dead or whatever. I don't know if they died cat, so I would have like looked at market window and then cat or something just to make sure I'm not hopping out and someone's, you know, just waiting for me to walk into their angle. So here, just try to keep your crosshair at that guy's head level when you fall out, and then and as you're going to the right, you need to have your crosshair on the side of the orange wall right here with the bricks. Just have your crosshair peeling as you're going right, because if you have your crosshair already where the enemy is, you don't have to do any raw aim. You just have to react. So just better crosshair placement, really be detailed, and that'll help you get that kill without even having to move your crosshair afterward. Let's go next round. Yeah, you got 2 kills. That was really good. And you're looking where you should have been looking. Like, they were trying to get out and gain some distance on the site. But since you were like holding the sight angle where they come out of the window or door, but they couldn't rest anywhere. Window and door, if they hop out, they're not really in a good spot. They're going to want to push up to the site, right? But you had the sight angle so that if they came up to the site, they'd still have to peek you. And they couldn't really go back because then their teammates would see them at a diagonal angle. But you had them... So you were like this. You were looking at them through this way, and your teammates could see them this way. So they didn't really have anywhere to go, and when someone isn't able to move a lot, it's a lot easier for them to get shot. Like, they were standing and he was kind of like jiggle peeking, but one day or another your crosshair is going to land on the guy because he can't move that much. So the less movement your opponent has, the easier it is to kill them. And you guys, since you went wide like that with your teammates were on this side and you were on this side, that's a really good pinch, and they couldn't really At least that one guy there couldn't really get out of the place. I wouldn't have bought an AK, but that's not even you. That's somebody else. It's like smoke CT. It's a little late. Alright, just right there, your crosshair wasn't really where... You always want to have your crosshair somewhere useful. And sometimes even at, like, LEM Supreme, sometimes we don't have our crosshair where it should be. But, it's always a good habit to have your crosshair somewhere. Right there, you just ran out on the site and you kind of looked in between triple and then stairs. You could either, like, pre-aim CT, just in case they want to push the smoke right when you come up the ramp. Or you could pre-aim stairs if they want to peek wide or something. Like, it's always good to have your crosshair somewhere where the enemies are walking into your crosshair. Right there, he could peek without even getting close to your crosshair. But let's keep going. Right there, you're standing still, so you're probably gonna die. And I really hate the ump. I don't really think it's a good gun anymore for close range. Yeah, so I wouldn't have taken that fight. That fight is not just. You used to be able to take that fight with an ump and like 3-tap, but now you can't because they updated it. I wouldn't have taken that fight. Maybe if I came out, I'd shoot a little bit and then back off to the side and take cover and reload or something. But don't just stand there. Every kill gives them money, and then you drop the gun, so there's a slight chance of them being able to pick it up. So you got a flash and a smoke. Let's see what you do here. Looks like your team is working together pretty well. In silver. Oh, he's lining up a smoke. What is it? What is it? Is that sight? Before I called it apps. Okay, same thing right there. When you're posted up on... If your teammates pushing out on site like that, I think you can stay apps. If your teammates are all like getting settled, you don't really have to go with them. You can stay in apps. And you're holding the market window, which is good. You held the right spot. But I think your crosshair was a little high again, and it came down. You could have killed the guy jumping out window. Like, you should have killed him if he jumped out window. If your crosshair was there. You don't always have to kill him if he's just crossing. Like, it's kind of hard. It's not as easy to kill him. Like, you'll probably hit him like twice. But you should have killed him if he jumped out. And just try to keep your crosshair there and get the job done. So just have better crosshair placement on that window. If you're the last guy out apps, you should be watching window. Or peeking cat if your teammate's like pushing up to market. But yeah. Good job on that one. So you got... Oh, this might be an A execute. Alright, pause right there. So, yeah, they can always peek this CT smoke. Even at high levels, sometimes they peek it too, or they flash and peek it. The other team isn't that very good because they didn't flash at all. Usually, if they're doing an A execute, the T side, they throw their nades and stuff, they throw the mollies, and then if they throw a well-timed flash, the CTs are going to hide for a second and then throw a counter flash. But they didn't do any of that, so you didn't have to like dodge a flash for this take, which... You know, it's silver, so they're not going to really do very good nades. But just got to be ready for that guy. Like, be ready for the smoke push and be ready for the triple guy to peek you. And then also, if your teammates are moving up, you can watch the smoke while they're clearing the site. Or you can clear the site and then someone else can watch the smoke. But yeah, so it looked like you were leading the push, though. I don't really like going in front right here. I always like to go to the site. I think it's safer to go to the site, but... I don't know. I don't know if you did anything wrong here. Just keep your crosshair ready for the smoke push. And then I think the sandwich guy can actually see triple better than you can. So it might be better if you go to the left and he goes to the right. And then you guys can see. You can see the smoke better than him. And he can see triple better than you because he's closer to a flat angle. if that makes sense. So like do a crossfire. You looking at the smoke, you can see the smoke, but he can't. He can see triple, but you can't really see it that well. Something like that. Uh oh. Good peek. Nice. Actually, you don't really have to peek him until he taps it. But I don't know. It's probably just gonna take time. But you have to get your movement a little bit better. I wish I could rewind it, but I don't know if I can. But basically, you're going. But what you want to do is like this when you move, okay? Like you want to cancel your movement and react a little bit faster. I don't know. Your reaction time is probably good, but your keyboard reaction time is it's a little mushy. Like there's times where your bullets aren't. I think when you sprayed the guy with the op that just ran up to you, a few of your shots didn't actually reset to the right accuracy because you were still moving. So just get really comfortable spamming your AD keys. I think if I hit one, it's not gonna. If I hit a key, I don't know if it'll. Alright. So like that. Like that. You want to be able to get your fingers moving at that speed when you're in like a 1v1 or something. And just like jiggle peek. And then when you really peek, when you want to peek the guy's CT, you need to hold right and then stop with the opposite key to make sure you stop on a dime. And just get a crisper movement. Like you'll hit more shots and you'll stay alive a lot longer if you move like that. So if you get better movement, maybe do some pistol DMs and just be sharper and don't ever move like this and then like slow down slowly. You want to move, stop, move, stop, move, stop, move, stop. And that'll just help you be a lot harder to hit, and you'll hit your shots faster and you can shoot faster because you'll be stopped. And that's like the #1 rule of Counter-Strike. No top mid smoke. You know a lot of smokes, bro. That's good. Alright, it looks like you're about to do one. So I don't think I would have thrown that smoke because your teammates were already kind of pushing out. But it helps. I'm glad you knew he was there. I wouldn't have sprayed though. I wouldn't have tapped. I would have sprayed him. And then yeah, like I would have put my crosshair like at the edge of the corner and then just waited for him to push and then just tapped his face out because he's just running with the P90 or whatever he had. But that's not really something better to do. I don't know. When your teammate's already out on site, it's kind of pointless to smoke. Because you could be there covering and helping them so that the opponents aren't pushing. I don't know if the window guy sees that flashbang, but it'll get the guy cat, it might get the guy connector. But I don't think it'll get window, because window can't see that. I don't think. I barely played Mirage. Right there on the scout or whatever, you just gotta be ready to peek him. And get ready to cancel your movement by pressing the opposite key. It's kind of hard when you're pressing W to stop. I don't know if pros actually press S to stop their forward momentum, but you don't really have to worry about holding S to stop your forward momentum if you're just peeking with left and right. Every angle you want to go left and right. It's like Days said, if you're on B site and people are walking up to the site, you should easily kill them because they have to stop. And it's really weird moving your middle finger back to your S key like that. It's really hard to do that quickly, so usually people who are walking forward are dead. I think he did a one-way or something, right? the tapping that you're doing right now is not very effective, and you're not aiming at head level for the guy in this in connector. So just stick to spraying or bursting. I don't know. I kind of just spray until I kill the guy or until it gets out of hand. I don't know. Spraying is really good, and you should use it. And if you're one tapping, maybe long distance one tapping, but this isn't very long distance. Like you could spray this guy, and you can spray him through the wall too. So at this range, I would just keep spraying or bursting. Ah! If your teammate's in there, you don't have to put your crosshair there, but maybe you already knew that. So this guy connector was peeking you the whole time. So you just got to keep an eye out for that. And the guy bench right here, or chair, he needs to be watching cat, which he probably was. Somehow he gets the pick and there's one guy there. I had this problem too. I don't know if it's a problem, but sometimes I would die to sandwich when I'm trying to molly it. But there is a way to molly sandwich before you actually peek it. But it might be better if your teammate holds it. I don't know. But sometimes I would die pulling out a molly to molly sandwich because you just run out and burst me. Or maybe you can crouch under the steps and then throw the molly to molly sandwich. I don't know. But that's just some thought. I'm not 100% clear on it. But, take it or leave it. The pushing the smoke, it works like 50-50. Sometimes they're ready for it and they get a free kill. And then sometimes they're unexpected. But, yeah, your buddy was speaking to you, and it's just over, so whatever. Just be ready for it. Oh, this is a guy cat, shoot. Yeah, I don't want to ever see you shoot like that again. My friend does that, and he's like, I'm trying to get him into Counter-Strike, and he's like silver right now, and I was trying to teach him how to play, and he just, and you can't shoot that fast. You have to go 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. I think you're doing it just a tiny bit too fast, and it just starts going up and up, and it's a waste of shooting. Just kill him, spray him, or focus on really hitting the head. But don't feel bad for doing that, because my silver friend does that too, so. Uh-oh, footsteps are gone. Your team just like pushes out before you even flash for them. It's crazy. And I wouldn't flash right there. Your team's on site. I would just stay apps. Like if your teammate's on site, don't worry about going out of apps. And then that flash there, I still have this problem sometimes. Like I want to flash and throw all my nades when I'm coming into a bomb site, but if your teammates are already there and you're flashing, they're gonna get blinded. So you just have to think of what your teammates can see. What kind of line of sight are they looking at? If they're spreading out this way on the site, you don't want to throw a flash that blinds someone cat or mark it, because then they'll get blind. So yeah, I always try to let's see, if my teammates are going out on cat on dust 2 and they're facing this way, I'll try to throw a flash right here on top of them, behind them, so the guys on site have 2 things to worry about: getting shot and then dodging the flash. So just think about what your teammates are looking at and what your flash will blind. So yeah. Alright, that's 1v4. There's no way he's gonna make it. You guys take B so easily. I wish it was that easy. Oh good, you guys are waiting for smokes. That guy dies again. That was a good flash. Dude, that guy flanks every time. Yeah, sometimes it doesn't look like you're ready for the fight. I'm trying to look at the screen and not the map, because then it tells me exactly where they are. But it doesn't look like you're reacting as fast. So just expect it, because you probably can. When I was a silver, I didn't expect things that much, but if you expect it and anticipate, you'll be a lot more ready. And that comes with experience usually. But yeah, at this rank, people can one tap you too, like LEM Supreme. They can one tap you with a pistol just like that to me. So, you know. Connector would have been a good smoke. I don't know if you had to throw the molly. You're kind of like, you're doing the smokes and you're following the strat, but you're not live with them. You're not, like if your teammates are pushed up, you got to think about what they're seeing and if it's clear or not. So just don't get yourself too caught up in the nades and smokes, and try to think about the game live. Oh, so my teammates are about right here. Okay, they could use a stair smoke instead of a connector smoke, or it looks like they're going to need to get a CT smoke to plant, so I'll smoke CT instead of stairs or something. I probably would have scoped it or held an angle. I don't know. Alright, let's skip that. Who cares about them? They're all bad. Shoot, he's open. I don't know. It's me and my OCD, but I always try to walk in the straight line as fast as possible to wherever I'm trying to go. So instead of like rounding out corners, I always like stick as close to the wall as possible. At least I think I do. But yeah, just I think you can cut a tiny bit of distance. Like instead of being here, you could be here. And since you're an operate, like getting there as fast as possible is better. So just try to make straight lines. If there's a wall right here, you want to like move and barely skim it, because if you go wider, that's extra space you have to do to turn. But if you go like that, it's a little bit faster. I do that. It's OCD. I don't know if it really matters, but that's what I do. Try not to cross with your knife like that, because people always like peek from bottom connector, or they push the smoke and they get close to the smoke and then shoot you as you cross. So always try to like have your crosshair tracing that, and once you get behind cover, then you can relax a little bit. And he pushed mid right there. Uh-oh, there's one apps. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh, I wanted to double scope that. Nice shot. I would have been in my single scope a little bit more in that situation, or I would have ran to like bench or something if I missed my shot. I probably wouldn't have ran to bench. I would just scope sooner. Like, you don't have to go into market or like close to the door to kill the guy. You can sit at an off angle. So the door's right here. How do I show this? Door's right here. You can sit at a slant angle instead of taking a straight angle with the market door straight looking at you like that. You could take an off angle so that you do a slant peek, and for him to come out, he's probably not going to expect you to the right side of his screen. He's going to expect you to holding the door. So if he peeks the door, he thinks you're going to be able to shoot at him. But if you're at an off angle, like to the left of the door, he's going to look through. Oh, it's clear. He's going to walk out, and then you can shoot him because he's not ready. I hope you understand what I said, but yeah. There's many angles that you can take in this game that really change up the game. Again, watch the bottom of the smoke too. I like never push the cat smoke or that top mid smoke. I just don't like it.
I am planting the bomb. Bomb has been planted. Throwing a flashback. Flashbang.
That's right. Good crosshair placement. Like I said in my head, okay, I would look to sight, and you did it like a millisecond after I thought of it, so that was good right there. You knew what to do. And also remember where your body is when you're sniping. The farther you are away from your cover, the smaller body you have. Like, it's better to be farther away from a wall than to be close to it, because the other guy can see you first if he's farther away from the wall. So when you're holding market window and market door, you're like deciding which one to look at. Just like try to be mindful of your body. Try to make it so that your crosshair is right on the edge of the wall that you're hiding behind, so that if you miss, he's not gonna be able to hit half of your body, and you can easily run behind the corner. And then when he's about to peek sight, make sure you keep the crosshair close to the wall, so that if you shoot and you miss, you don't have your whole body exposed after you shoot. I hope that isn't basic information, but that's what I saw there. Oh, there's one sandwich. See, sometimes he just peeks, and like if you were scoped on sandwich, you could have killed the guy. But so maybe the right thing to do is just aim at it and then molly it. But I don't know. Someone else can put their opinion in the comments. Nice shot. Sometimes you gotta watch those smokes. I really hate crossing jungle. It's super hard to cross jungle. Like, if there's a sniper in jungle, there's no way you're gonna make it across usually, unless you flash it or smoke it. I don't know. So that's kind of hard. Like, either you had to die or he had to die. There's no way out of that. Or maybe you guys could have waited a timeout and see if you guys could make anything out of the post plant or prior plant. That's a good spot. It's a hard angle, but it's a good spot. Oh, they're pushing mid. Yeah, you guys take B easily. They're probably so mad at that B player. Oh, your teammates are dying. You probably heard him walking. Running.
Roger that.
Dang, you guys are killing it. I didn't see how bad the score was. Oh wait, when you peeked market window again, you swung it like a banana. You went forward and then strafed out. Just imagine where it is without seeing it, and then just go right and left, and then peek it like oop oop. You don't want to go banana swing and then look at it. You want to just go oop like that. So remember where the window is in your brain, and then just go AD to peek it, because then you'll be faster and harder target to hit. You always want to be moving A and D whenever you're anticipating an enemy. Never want to be moving forward. Yeah, that's kind of hard. I don't know if I would be worried about cat. So as soon as you like push the smoke, I would kind of look cat instead, because the sight right here, the sight wall, could hide you. So I would have tried to move into the wall so that the sniper couldn't see me. He'd be like, "Where is he? Where is he?" And I'm just hiding into the wall, so he can't see me unless he pushes all the way up. I would have looked at cat, cleared it, and then I would have peeked right the market side to shoot the sniper if he was peeking it. So in the 1v2s, the 1v3s, try to move yourself close to a piece of cover so that you hide yourself to the other person. Because usually in a 1v2, the guy's sniping at you, right? He's like, oh, the guy's truck, he's truck. And the guy who's CAD or market, he's like, oh, okay, I'm going to hold an angle so that he can't get out. So if you instantly peek the guy that's cat, you can kind of surprise him sometimes. Instead of peeking the guy who's like fighting you already. That's what I would have done. I would try to like kill the guy cat and then try to fight the guy who was already fighting me. Because like if you're still going to fight the guy who's shooting at you, you're dead. Because the other guy is waiting for you to peek or push out. If there's two people, you got to think, okay, the second guy's waiting for that kill. And the first guy's like drawing the attention. So if you switch your attention on the second guy, you'll have a higher chance of winning the round. I don't know if I would have smoked off that close, because you should have died since you smoked yourself off. There's no way to push out. I would maybe smoked cat, and then that'd give you more work room.
Grenade out. I'm throwing a flashbang. Smoke. Smoke. Grenade.
Did you throw your smoke? No, you didn't. It looks like you're focusing on the smoke. Just, yeah, be mindful of your crosshair. Maybe one day just play and focus on holding angles and focus on keeping your crosshair everywhere it needs to be. Maybe you can play like a lurker or something and just focus on having really perfect crosshair placement, like super OCD, and just try to grind it into your muscle memory or your habits so that you do it whenever without thinking about it. So right there, just somebody could have been mid and shot you guys, and you wouldn't have even stood a chance because you're not even looking at them. Where's my crosshair? Come on now. There it is.
Throwing a grenade. Smoke. Flashbang.
And then try to peek. Sometimes I usually try to peek connector before I molly it, because remember, when you throw a nade, you're exposing yourself as you throw it. So. And you missed. Just kidding. I would have peeked it with an op right there. Like, don't let your buddy push up too far. Have him have the headshot angle when he's on the bottom of the stair. He can see with just his head showing. And then you peek it with the op. You go tick tick, tick tick, tick tick, and peek it out. Peek triple, and then peek the other side of triple. Probably good. Well, this was a fast game. You're trying to do that countless spot. Like I domed you. Oh, I don't know. I'm not that good at pistol rounds on Mirage. But I would have maybe played close to stairs and played close to the smoke and just hold an angle and try to let them walk into my crosshair and just react to them. Or maybe I would have went on stairs and watched Palace. I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah. Looks like they come back. CZ and no armor. Oh, you're jump spotting. Cool. This is a good spot. Sometimes. This is a really good spot if your buddy's playing bench and you're playing right here, and then he just baits the shot. He just shoots when he sees and then ducks and hides, and then you peek out and then get the kill. It should be a really easy kill for you if you guys play that setup. He's there right now. You guys aren't really playing angles that help each other. You're playing an angle where it's one and done, I think is what Steel calls it, and he's playing a one and done too. So if they jump out apps, he'll get the first kill because they're not really looking there. But So you guys can't be both playing one and done. So you guys have to support each other. Bench, and this spot's really good. Or you could play. What's another good spot? I don't even know. Maybe you play. You see where the crosshair is right now? The other guy can play there and spot it, and then you can play under truck and just like back up and then shoot once they come out to the guy who's spotting it. Like he'll shoot and you'll back up and then you'll shoot and then you go back close when they're trying to push you. But you guys are not playing together. If you die, he can't help you, and then if he dies, he can't really help you either. I don't know. I'd only play like this if I was alone. In what spot you were in right now? I might play it if I was alone. On pistol round. Alright, good, you started walking. At least still heard that jump. I probably would have like went a little bit top mid and then jumped so that the noise radius would get smaller, or he wouldn't be able to hear my jump, and then I would have walked up mid.
I'm throwing flashbang. Get ready. Flashbang.
You guys still don't have guns.
I'm throwing smoke.
Oh, it's a B rush. You kind of gave up really fast. Even with the Deagle, I like to play close range. I don't really like to snipe with it. It can be used as that though, but I would have like stayed closer to them falling out. I would use the sight walls a little bit more. And then running market is safer than running market window. And your teammates are covering market window, like your rotators are gonna come market window and peek the sight. So if you're jumping, they're like, "Oh shoot, like we can't see." You're jumping in the way. So try to, if you're gonna retreat to market, which I wouldn't even have gone to market, just try to go through the door and probably stay on site. Because like if you give them the site, it makes it really hard to retake it. But if you have two people on site and then two people rotating, it's a lot easier for your teammates to like, okay, we already got two people on site. These two angles are clear for now. We can push up and help our teammates. So it's always better to keep the site control. Unless you guys plan on doing a massive molly and smoke retake with flashes and all that. Oh, you got on like your brain's there. Like you know some certain spots that I didn't even know when I started playing. That's silver. Oh, what the fudge? I didn't even see the guy you killed. The demo's lagging. Yeah, just be ready for Palace. Usually if the guy's default, he's watching A ramp, and then I made the mistake too. Sometimes when I'm coming up A ramp, I forget to watch Palace. Everybody forgets to watch Palace, so just if you're opping CT and you have that guy default, the default guy will see A ramp before you do. So always watch like Palace, just in case he pushes the guy. You can get the trade kill. So it's just, you know, coordinating what you need to watch. Like Mirage, I was really bad at knowing what to watch. Like if I'm stairs, you're not really supposed to watch A ramp because then you die to Palace. If you're stairs, you should watch Palace, and the guy who's on site, he should watch A ramp. So it's like a little crossfire or whatever. So I'm not 100% like solid on Mirage. So if anybody else knows some wiser information, put it in the comments.
Go. Throwing flashbang. Throwing fire. Throwing flashbang. Throwing smoke. Flashbang. Grenade.
Nice shot. That was good. You looked connector. And the guy smoked A ramp, so that was good. Sometimes they peek Palace, so just relay to your teammate, "Hey, I'm watching connector. Can you watch my Palace?" So yeah. It's a gamble if you're jumping on ticket. They could just walk out the A ramp smoke. I don't know why you shot there. Nice. And see, you should have died there, peeking it, and he was scoped on you. What I would have done is maybe held an angle watching stairs and just wait for the guy, because you lock off the site. He can't get on site if you hold an angle at a slant right here and don't peek him fully, and your teammate's walking up and he can see the bomb soon. So try not to peek oppers if they're holding you. Like he saw you and you peeked him and he wasn't even moving. He should have killed you if he was good at this game. So just try to hold an angle. Usually the oppers who are holding angles wins the guns fights. Wins the guns fights. I guess your teammate's calling out B. Yeah, watch mid.
Throwing flashbang.
You go connect, or you go market because you have an op. That's good.
Blending.
I wouldn't watch market until your cat dies. Your cat player dies. Ish. Usually the cat guy will see if they go market. Usually. I would have been in market by now. I got a kill. After you peek the left side of market, you gotta peek the right side with your op and try to get a little bit more crispier movement. Make sure you're doing A and D instead of forward and backward, and you always want to peek the angle before you want to look at the angle before you expose your body to it. So the first angle is the left side of market. You want to A D right onto it, and then the second angle is the truck on top of the truck, which you looked at, but you kind of like moved and looked at it. It was kind of slow. And then the second part is the market, the right side of the site, market side that you can see. So you want to instantly peek it, because most people are usually holding angles because it's the safer way to play, and they're not usually walking forward and left. That's when you have to flick into the raw aim. Does this guy win it or no? Yeah, he wins it. Alright, so not bad. I would say working on your mechanics is what'll help you a little bit more. Mechanics, crosshair placement, and then watching what your teammates aren't watching, and then knowing when to smoke, when to flash. Like sometimes you don't have to do it if your teammates are already pushed up. Like don't just follow through the sequence. You want to know it live. If my teammates aren't on site, I'm gonna smoke and flash. If my teammates are, I'm gonna like save my smoke and maybe flash market instead of flashing the site above them. But crosshair placement and mechanicals, I still think you can improve with your mechanical stuff. You like your movement and your aim. Maybe do B hopping servers, KZ servers, and then practice like in a offline server. To practice like peeking an angle, like on Dust 2, peek A site from cache and try to time your movement. Just go A and D. Don't move forward and backward. Try to time your movement so that you land perfectly on goose or sight or barrels. Try to land perfectly where you want, and just make sure you can master peeking angles perfectly that you want to peek. Like if I'm peeking long, I'm pretty good at putting my crosshair exactly where it needs to be, and I'm pretty sure most pros already know how to like pre-fire long corner. So just go into an offline bot map or practice in a deathmatch, peeking angles perfectly without pushing forward or backward or bananing the corner or whatever. So crosshair placement, movement, use your grenades lively. If your teammates are already on site, don't do it. Like use it for a better nade. Maybe flash CT if you're already out A ramp on Mirage. Don't just flash over if your teammates are already out. And then keep watching things that just be ready, anticipate more, and keep your crosshair always in a good spot. And maybe in 2 weeks or so, let me know if you have another demo for me. We'll see if you've improved. Alright guys, this is the Hikaru channel. I hope I didn't just mouth off and say something irrelevant. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments if I missed anything, or if you guys want me to do a different way of demo reviewing, if you think there's a better way. And send me your demos if you want to get them reviewed. I'll try my best to share my information. I'll mostly focus on the mechanical skill and the crosshair placement, but I can try to help with the tactics. Like I'm pretty good with the smokes, mechanical skill, crosshair placement, but like the tactics and holding and all that, I might not be as good at. I'm kind of an aggressive player that kind of just aim duels out every single problem. which is not a very good thing to do. But yeah, I'll see you guys later.